Hey y'all.
Hey,
Which
we
you want to
uh,
talk first?
we decided that we were going to make a little video, kind of give an update. But we're just out getting some miles in, no pack on, but just moving our legs and yeah, out at the park enjoying somewhat of a windy day. I'm sure
Yeah,
you probably hear
sorry.
that, but um, yeah, feeling good, getting excited. It's just around the corner.
11 days before we hit the trail.
Yeah. So we we can't wait. We're really excited. Um, it's just now tighten up loose ends, make sure everything's right before we leave for the trail, um, and still getting some exercise in before getting out there. So
Yeah. We didn't get to go do our shakedown hike at Cheehaw, and it was part of the Pinhoti. Um, we've had some things come up, so we with weather, the weather's been horrible, which we know it's going to be like that on trail. We're not worried about that. That it is what it is out there. We just don't want to go out there and freezing rain conditions right now and hurt ourselves before we get on trail. Um, we'll get out there and take our time for that. And I mean, we know what's expected of us from doing 140 miles last year, at least up until that point. um, we've got our gear dialed in, dialed down, however you want to say it. We're at like 33 pounds a piece, and that's with food and water. And I think the main thing that we were wanting to just talk about is the three major things out there in our minds. I'm sure that will probably change maybe a little bit once we get back on trail. Um, is sleep, hydration, and food for fuel. Um, you got to stay hydrated out there, and that's one of the things we've been with doing our walks and stuff, that we're noticing something that we didn't quite do last year, and that stay as hydrated as we should have been. And um, let's just face it, if you're not hydrated enough, you're not going to sleep. Your body's going to hurt. Your muscles are going to cramp. You're going to be miserable. And so that's one of the things we're going to focus on this go round, is trying to stay more hydrated, and eat. If you're not eating, you literally have to make yourself eat out there, to stay fueled up, because these are some big mountains that you're climbing, and we know from experience, if you're not eating, you don't have the energy. So that's a huge thing. And then
that's where I fell short last year. Was um, essentially I was getting up, and I was in the mindset of let's go ahead and pack up, let's go ahead and start the trail, but I wasn't eating anything first thing in the morning. So I really didn't have a lot of energy. It was more of my emotion and my mental of let's just get on the trail. So essentially, I was only eating dinner when we got to camp and set up, and then maybe a snack or two throughout the hike. So I know that played a lot with my physical stamina. Um, but knowing that, I will be forcing myself to eat even when I know that I don't want to. I know I should. So lesson learned. So
yeah.
good takeaway from last time.
And if you're not getting enough sleep, then you're pretty much miserable the next day, because you're tired, your body's tired, mentally and physically. And I think the more tired you are, the more it starts playing a mental game, because I think that hits you harder than the physical. Out there, you know you got to keep going. You know you got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Then mentally, you start going through these mind games with yourself of, well, I can stop here.
Mm-hmm.
I can just stop here, and I'll just do the extra mileage tomorrow, or just whatever. So that's one of the mental. You start questioning yourself, what you can do. You start questioning why you're even out there. Um, And so I think to me that's the big three is your sleep, hydration, and food for fuel. But other than that, yeah, we have 11 days. We're so excited. We got our taxes done. Yay. That was the biggest thing that we were kind of waiting on. Um, let's see what else. Oh, so tonight, my daughter, she is in the JROTC program at her school, and her military ball is this weekend. So we're going to be helping out get everything set up tonight, and then the ball is tomorrow night. So we're going to go chaperone and help out with that. So that's a huge thing that we were looking forward to. We weren't sure on the date, so we had planned on going up to Cheehaw this weekend because last weekend the weather was just horrible and we couldn't get up there. So, but then it's getting so close now. We only have next weekend left before we go, and so we're going to take care of some other things that we have that we need to do. I know I'm wanting to go to the cemetery, and we've got a little plaque that I want to put on my grandmother's grave before we go and see my mom, and just spend some time with family before we hit the trail. I'm trying to think. We changed a few things out in our packs. Not a whole lot. We did add a little small air pump. It's about that big, and it weighs maybe a few ounces, I think. It's the one that everybody's been talking about, and my sleep pad is thicker and bigger than what Mike's was, so it took me longer last year on the trail to use the little airbag that came with it to put air in it. So that's going to be a huge help for both of us to not have to blow that up every single night. And I've got enough power bank to charge it. It's rechargeable, so I don't have to carry batteries. And speaking of rechargeable, we changed out our headlamps, and we're going with the is it Night Eyes?
No.
Or no?
Is it Netgear?
Not sure what it is. The one that has the little cord that wraps around. It's again another one that everybody's talking about. So we're swapping out our Black Diamond for that one.
Same power, but it is rechargeable, so you're not carrying batteries. It's lighter than our Black Diamond, so another plus. All around, it just feels more comfortable than the Black Diamond. It feels more secure. So
and it's lighter weight.
We like it. And then something that's gonna help us get to Maine is our shoes. So we've been going back and forth. I know that we
let him hold the phone for a minute.
We tried the Ultra Lone Peak 6s. I like them. They are, for me, comfortable. But ultimately, the first pair of hiking shoes that I've ever had, thanks to my girl, she introduced me, it was the Lone Peak 4.5s. Well, with Ultra going from the 4.5 to the 5 to the 6 to the 7, it's like, okay, hold on. Kind of go with what you know. So we went online and lucked out, found a pair of 4.5s for me and a pair of 4.5s for Shauna. So that's what we're going to be starting off on the trail. Just because we know how they feel, how we like them. And then if we can't find another pair of 4.5s, we do have a pair of 6s that we're going to push forward, and we'll use those. Or we might find an outfitter that
talks
us
a different shoe.
Yeah, altogether. So,
yeah.
But starting out, going with what we know, the Ultra Lone Peak 4.5s. That's what we're starting the trail with. So, a few items changed out, but
I do want to add, my foot is better. So after putting the needle and thread in it, letting it drain, it healed completely. Like I didn't have an open wound or anything like that. The skin just adhered back to itself, and within 2 days, I wasn't even feeling any more pain. So that made a huge difference. Just letting it drain like that, and so yeah, my feet are good. Yours are good too, aren't they?
Oh, mine are great.
Yeah.
Mine are great.
So I think that's about it. We did make some we changed out some food choices, but nothing major. So I think that's it. We got rid of some stuff sacks that Omi had mentioned.
Yep. Thank you so much for that advice.
We are going to keep our little day packs though, the little Sea to Summit that compacts, because it has multiple uses for us, and that's one of the things we said. If we carry it, it has to have multiple uses for us to carry it. So that's pretty much our mentality with all our gear, aside from the big three, obviously. But anything else, if it doesn't have a multiple use, then we're not taking it. If it's something that we can get, we're not taking any what ifs.
Nope.
If it's something that we can pick up when we get to resupply town or whatever, then we'll make do until then. But yeah, we don't have a whole lot of extra little crap, excuse my language, in our packs. We were trying to cut some of that stuff down. So that's about it. We just been out here walking, enjoying the weather. We did 5 miles Tuesday, 6 miles Wednesday. We were gonna get out yesterday, and we only had like a few hours of sleep the night before, so because we were up all night
Looking at the book and the trail.
Yeah, the trail book. So just kind of mapping out where we're gonna be. Just kind of giving ourselves a little bit of a timeline. I know your arm's getting sore. Here, I'll help. He's tapping me on the back. I know what that means. Yeah, so we didn't get out yesterday, so we're out here today. We are on 6 miles almost. So just trying to get our bodies acclimated to moving, and just trying to stay moving before we get on trail.
Yep.
And yeah, we definitely feel it. We've got some big hills that we've been going up, and it's like being on the trail. But of course, we didn't have our packs on. But I didn't want to get out here and mess my feet up on the solid surface. But sorry we hadn't got any video content to you guys this week. So we hope to get another video up before we go. Maybe another few videos. Like I said, we're leaving on the 21st to head over to Georgia.
Starting the trail on the 22nd.
Yeah, and basically what we're going to do is we're just going to, went back and forth on how we were going to get over there, if we wanted to leave the car at Amicalola again, but we didn't want to do the approach trail again, so we don't want to do that. We'd rather just leave our vehicles here at home, and that way family can kind of keep an eye on them, crank them every so often. So we're actually going to get a rental car and go over to Gainesville, and then we're going to go to Amicalola on the 21st, pick up our badges, or get registered, pick up our tags, and then go drop the car off, which is near where we're staying, and then Ron will be picking us up on the 22nd to carry us to Springer.
Can't wait to see it. So looking forward to it.
And it's supposed to be raining. We've already looked.
Yeah, it's supposed to be raining at least right now for the first 2 days, which...
Hey, it's part of it. And honestly, when we were on the trail last year and it rained, we enjoyed hiking in the rain. Like, hiking in the rain was awesome. It wasn't crazy or anything like that. I mean, it was crazy water coming down, because I do want to say that we had water coming up to our shins at some point. But of course, taking down or putting a tent up in the rain and taking it down is going to suck, but that's just part of it, and we know that, so we're not worried. But it is supposed to rain when we get on trail for 2 days at least, starting out, so that may change. It's 10 days away, so it could possibly change, but if not, we're fine with it. We're prepared. So no rain, no main, no pain, no main. So we're set. We're getting our minds adjusted to that point. So But anyway, I guess that's it. We got to go finish our 6 miles and get him some food because he's starving.
Yeah. We started talking about food in our packs, and I'm sitting here thinking, wow, I need to put some food in my stomach. So
Yeah.
until
Which is
next,
unusual if
yeah.
you're ever hungry.
Until next time. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
Yes, thank you for all the new subscriptions. We are so looking forward to you guys following us and rooting us on. We appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you for all the support. And we'll check you next time.
Yep. Deuces.